welcome back to my channel. So finally warm weather again. It went warm and then all of a sudden it went back to freezing cold. Now as you can see, tank top weather. Unfortunately I can't wear these at work, but that's okay. I can always wear them underneath the shirt that I wear to work and then just take the shirt off when I leave. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I do have one that I need to check out and see how it's done, and I've actually recorded some videos on the phone as well. One of them is actually talking about what I'm fixing to talk about, although I'm going to be talking about a little bit more than just that, which is updates on the C10. I did get the windshield in. The weather's still all that locked in place, and redone all the wiring. Took the original C10's wiring harness out and put nothing but the 1500 wiring harness in. There is a little bit of the wiring harness still left underneath the C10. Goes to the back. It's not connected. I just got to remove it. But since I hooked it up, I was like, well, I'm gonna check the power, make sure things is right. I hooked it up to the steering column, which I don't have mounted yet. I'm trying to pick a day that I'm gonna get ready to do that. But put the key in ignition, turned it over. Notice I didn't hear no power going to anything. So been puzzling about that. Being too cold or cloudy or raining through the week by the time I get off work, or be just too tired to feel like even going outside doing anything. So I haven't worked on it until Friday when I got off work. Got home, got rested. It was still nice, sunny, and it was finally warm enough. I was like, well, I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get this thing to at least turn over, because right now when I turn it over, the fuel pump don't come on. So I figured, well, I'll do some troubleshooting and see what's going on. So I was working on it. I've checked. There is 3 hot wires that I forgot that's on the wiring harness that do need to be wired up to a power source. I don't know if it needs to be on the power source that turns when the switch goes on, or if it needs to be a constant hot. But run power to them to see what would happen, and I did get more power going to some stuff. I was able to get my high beams to work, but low beams is not, and it's probably because something's not connecting where I turn it on, where it's saying that, you know, it's getting the power. I don't exactly know what's going on with that part. But I got to thinking, while I was working on those wires, trying to put it in, I ended up having a dumb moment, because I'm totally using the 1500 wiring harness now, which means I got a lot more stuff in there, and some sensors I don't have hooked up, which I am hopefully bypassing. But you know, things shouldn't be stopped from at least turning over because of it, because, you know, my PCM has been, the advanced system has been disabled. But as I was doing that, hooking up more, I thought these wires would go. Well, I got one that's got a terminal and then 2 that's been cut, so I do need to put terminals on them and extend them until put the terminals on them. Whichever way you want to look at it. And I was looking at places where I thought they'd go. I was like, but I don't know if there's power going to them, so I've even tried to put power to it. And I was doing tests to see if it would bring it to the other part. When I happened to do that and looked at the top part of the fuse panel, and that's when the dumb part just struck me. there is 5 or 6 slots up on the top that holds big fuses that the fuse block didn't have on it. And when I had it wired up running with the C10, those I didn't have to worry about the fuse block on there, because the wiring harness was wired up to be able to crank the C10, or crank the the motor over with the C10's wiring harness. Well, I got looking, like, yeah, 2 of these is for ignition. So I made a jumper, because I don't have those fuses yet. So I made a jumper on that just to see if I could hear. And sure enough, I end up with more connections. So I gotta get fuses to replace all those. I would take care of that today, since it's Saturday, it's the weekend. But since I started my new job, for some reason the pay system has screwed up. They have a pay card that they pay you with. Now you can have it direct deposit into your account, but for some odd reason that I still not 100% clear on, even though they told me why, but they got that bank blocked. Something about fraudulent stuff, which this is the best card I've ever had. Account. I love it. I was like, okay, well, I'll just get the money on the pay card. Well, when the payday come last week, it didn't go on my card. So I talked to someone, find out what was going on, stuff like that. They was looking into it. Monday, I ended up with my paycheck through the mail. First time I had to sign a check and have it cashed that way in quite a long time. I was like, okay, well, maybe it'll take 1 week, to get things straightened out. So payday came, and I did not receive my pay on my card again. So I called up the ones that I needed, which I couldn't talk to that day because the office hours was over. We happened to get off work early Friday, so I had enough time to do all this. Called them up, and they was checking into it, and at first they said, well, it's because it was not activated. No, hold on, it is saying so. Anyway, they gave me a new pay card. And the lady that gave it to me said, well, maybe you'll get lucky and it'll be on there. Well, it's not, so that means Monday I'll have to wait for a paycheck to come in, and then I'll have to wait till Friday to find out if it's actually going to go on my pay card. A little irritating, because this is putting me behind on some of my bills and being able to do stuff on the weekend, because I'm not getting my check when I need it. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing stuff to the C10 this weekend. I may actually take and do a jumper to all those fuses just to see if I can get things on it, because I'm not going to be driving it right now, but I could jump those off with a jumper, which is just a decent wire going from one end. And I say decent because a lot of these, while some of them are 30 ounce, I do have the 2 which I needed are 50 ounce, which I got jumper wires that I've done on those, which is a little bit smaller than what I think I needed. And I do have thicker wire, which I've actually took off the C10, which is what I used to test those other 2 wires, which matches the size of those gauges wires anyway. So working on all that, and I may do all that. Well, here I can take, since we're at the house. Oh, get the key on ignition. Hold on. That does do that every now and then. Let me, before I forget, turn this off. 2 days in a row I forgot to turn that off. It's not enough to run the battery down, but I don't want to run the battery down just in case. I do got some food, including some ice cream I got to get out of the car. But yeah, I was going to go ahead and turn this over, show you the windshield is in, all this sealed. The weather stripping, that was a piece, but I did not get a video of the weather stripping putting it on because the tool that I bought did not work, so I had to do it a totally different way that ended up working. But it went so fast, I was like, no, I'm not going to stop, because if I did, I'm pretty sure as soon as I put it on camera, things would start happening the wrong way. Anyway, that's the update so far. I'm going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, hopefully soon. Like I said, I do got some recording, which the first one I done on my new camera. I'm not sure if the mic actually was turned on, because the receiver was on and the mic, when I was turning everything off, the mic was saying that it was off, which is disappointing, but I'll look into it. Anyway, I'll see you next time.